Welcome to week 8 of us building our van's RV-9A Empennage. Right now I am working on removing the vinyl from the elevator skins while Sam is putting away stuff that we had just gotten from vans away.
And I spent the morning working on the stiffeners for both elevators. It was quite a bit of cutting to do at home. And you will see here that once they're all cut, I made one-to-one drawings that are those 8.5 by 11s on the workbench. And I basically am cleaning up all the edges, creating the angles, and then constantly comparing them to the full-scale drawings. I think there were 16 on the one elevator and another 16 but different lengths on the other side elevator. So quite a bit of stiffener work to do.
While Sam's finishing up the stiffeners, I go ahead and put away the elevator skins because we finally got the replacement part for our rudder rib brace. And so I start gluing together the skeleton while Sam's finishing up over there.
Yeah, it was the R710 rudder brace, and if you remember, I had cut it, when I trimmed it, I cut it a little bit too small and didn't have enough edge distance. So we got the new one in, and now we're being very careful and putting it in, taking a little bit off on the Scotch-Brite wheel. You see me, I'm going back and forth. And basically we're getting it so that it just fits. And then we re-drill it and we check our edge distance, and we're very, very happy. Quite a bit of margin on the edge distance. So ordering that new part was the right thing to do. So now with that part in hand, it's time to start finishing the rudder, and we're putting the elevators on hold until we're done with the rudder.
And we're just about ready to start riveting together the skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we have the rib brace all cut to size, and we're very happy with it.
Okay. Using the pneumatic squeezer and a variety of yokes to get all around. Longeron yoke to get around the spar. Also to get inside the R710 brace, we used a longeron yoke, which was able to fit all the rivets nicely. And you'll see we're getting ready to do the skin here soon, and the 4-inch no-hole yoke helped us get all the skin rivets in.
Just still working away on that skeleton. There's a lot of little pieces to get into place and make sure everything matches up before we start putting on the skin. So
there was a lot of different rivet sizes too, because of the various different thicknesses and layers of things. So you just saw us looking at the drawings over and over again, and we even this was the first thing we wrote the rivet sizes actually on the pieces of work as we went through it to make sure they're right, and then we wiped those off.
But right now we're working on the rudder counterbalance weight. It is not fitting nicely with the shock heads inside of its little holder, and so Sam's just slowly
filing away at it so that it's a lead weight. It's very soft, and I'm just using a hand file to file away small pieces so that it fits inside the counterbalance rib.
And that was the last thing we had to do before we were able to put on the skins, and so we're starting to cleco it together to get ready to start riveting it.
And the rivets were great. I don't think we had to buck anything except the couple near the small edge of the ribs. Mm-hmm. And then the last two on each end we used blind rivets according to the instructions, because it was just too small to get any type of bucking bar in. Mm-hmm. But things went really well. Lots of pneumatic squeezing work to do. Not much to comment on, because I think it all went very smoothly.
Yeah.
We fought the clecos every now and then, and you can see here we put a blanket under rudder to kind of keep it up off the work table, and we had some blocks of wood to hold the counterweight from stretching it too much.
Yeah. Our friend Gerard came by. He works with Carolina Avionics and in airplane interior, so he came by just to hang out and ask us a quick question, and now we're back to work,
Yeah.
squeezing away.
He came by to ask me for help, which will be the next day on an antenna connection. Yep. There, it looks like the typewriter approach again.
Yep.
Kelsey Cleco's every other one. Pneumatic squeeze. And the rivets came out looking perfect in uniform, of course, with the pneumatic squeezer.
There we are. We're trying to get some of the rivets with the rivet gun and bucking bar, but that really wasn't the best approach, and that's when we decided to go ahead and move forward with the blind rivets in those tight, narrow tip places. We didn't want to damage the skin, so we figured that was a better option.
Yep. All right, the last step along the way here is to put the wedge in using fuel sealant. And of course we're Clecoing it and we're making sure it all fits. And I think once I looked at it, I did not countersink the wedge enough. So just using the deburring tool, I countersunk it just a little bit more because we wanted to make sure that that trailing edge was very flat.
Yep. And so now we're getting ready. We're cleaning everything up, making sure it's ready to go ahead and be sealed in place. We had another visitor today. Jake from the airplane maintenance shop here. Came just to hang out and check out all what we had going on. And now it's time to start mixing up that fuel sealant.
This is our first experience with the fuel sealant. And we followed the van's instructions and gooped the wedge pretty well, and then I held the skins apart while Kelsey put the wedge in.
Yeah.
And then we Clecoed it in place.
And that's the end of week 8.